Hey.
How's it smelling?
Hang on a minute, that's not right. Here we go.
Are we going to watch the intro again? Oh.
Hey. Do you want to watch again? Yeah, let's do it. Let's watch it.
Let's do it. Let's go.
Triumphant score. You see this?
Hey,
Pete.
Hey.
Who's coming? Them?
Yep,
The men in white coats.
Yeah, we're all well. I'm working. I should really be.
Wait a minute. Why am I Barbara? Explain yourself.
It's that wee flick you've got in your hair.
Hmm.
Yeah, and you're blonde.
Someone would have told me. It's because I'm a bird, isn't it?
Yeah. I'm not gonna lie to you, Stato. It just is.
Hello, Pete.
dear.
Welcome to the show.
Indeed. Right. So, here we are. It's been weeks, 3 weeks since. What was the last time we did? Bond? No, forgotten already.
It was a great show, though.
It was fantastic.
I
I
remember
loved
it was
every last minute of it. It was
Unforgettable.
Remember that bit with the thing at the end? That was amazing.
Oh, I couldn't forget that part.
Oh yeah, but what about that thing? You remember that thing?
That kept me up at night. I was really excited.
Yeah,
it was the ranking show.
Wow, it was a ranking show. So it was.
Yeah.
I've just only 2 minutes ago before we started, I deleted the Eliminators trailer from the stream because it was still there, and then instantly forgot about it.
I'm the most talented actor in the bunch, but I see he uses the single quotey fingers in there. I see that.
What you mean, the actor?
No, you're doing double quotey fingers, and that's
but they're really close together. They're not like bunny ears doing that. They're really.
I mean, I'm still going to take it, but I don't know.
Concise. Man. That's what they're concise.
He's got that smiley face there at the end, so I'm gonna take that as context clue. Yeah.
Yeah.
Actor.
Indeed.
I like that. Mephistian. The cinema. We're gonna watch some good cinema today.
We are. We're going to watch some good cinema today. There you go.
That's all he's got to go on. Take it.
You're very still when the design.
Owns it.
Yeah. So this is movie night, guys. Get your popcorn.
Am I supposed to eat that directly?
Over-the-counter drugs, and whatever this is.
Oh, Wooly. Is that like so you can see colors?
Wow.
Like get a whole new experience.
So tonight we're watching 2001: A Space Odyssey. Right, okay. We're actually watching Night of the Living Dead from 1968.
Nice. Absolute classic.
So did anybody see this one when it first came out?
Yes. I believe it was a political commentary on Margaret Thatcher.
I actually believe Stato did see this when this first came out, knowing that Stato is eternal. He's been around since before the dawn of time.
I was there thinking this is just a fad. Thing never going to take off.
Yeah, indeed. Did you see this before Dawn of the Dead or Day of the Dead started? Because you do have a habit of seeing them in.
I saw the remake before this.
You saw the remake first.
Yeah, I saw that on like a late night TNT, up all night style show, and I didn't know what it was. And then I probably saw. I think I actually saw this and Dawn of the Dead. The remake and Dawn of the Dead before I ever watched this.
Right.
So it wasn't that original when I saw it. I was like, been there, done that. I don't even know what this is.
Yeah, I saw them all in sequence, but I'm not quite sure how. But I'm pretty sure I saw them in sequence.
Really?
Again, probably just pirate videos. Yeah.
Yeah. I saw
that wasn't a pirate was when they got to Day of the Dead. But the first two were definitely pirate videos.
Nice. Nothing wrong with pirate videos.
How about you, Lucifer? When did you see it?
I saw Dawn of the Dead first,
Mhm.
and then I think I saw the remake of Night of the Living Dead. Then I saw Night of the Living Dead. Then Day of the Dead. All of which
Okay.
were on VHS. This was way before DVD was even a thing. And Dawn of the Dead, I saw it on a pirate VHS, and it was the full uncut version, because at that time there was so much that had been cut out of it.
Right. Cool. Just same as Pete. Well, kind of. He saw Dawn first as well. Yeah. So favorites. Is this one of your favorites, guys? Are we watching a classic tonight? Is it as good as Dracula in Istanbul?
Oh, mate, nothing.
It's
nothing will ever compare to the Oscar-winning Dracula in Istanbul.
I think hitting it with a shovel would actually work in this case.
You may be right.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know if it's my favorite. I definitely respect it for what it put in, but like, it's just like H.P. Lovecraft, where you have his stories, and then the people that took stuff from that stories made some really great stories, and then you look back and you go, yeah, I respect it for pulling it out of the ether, but it's been done better later on.
Yeah, I do think it is a classic, but it's definitely not my favorite out of the bunch. It's still one that I enjoy watching, and I think I pretty much like what you said, Stato. Like, I do respect it. Like, it deserves its place in like horror history. It's a very important movie. But if I had to choose between like watching this or Dawn of the Dead, then I'd probably go for Dawn of the Dead over this. But I'm not going to grumble that we're watching it tonight, because it is a good movie.
Yep. And unlike Dawn of the Dead, it's in public domain.
Exactly.
So we can put it up on the screen. I think Dawn is my favourite. Although I'm always surprised when I return to Night of the Living Dead just how good it is.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Oh, yeah. I forgot about the return stuff.
Oh, yeah. The Return and Return Part 2.
Yes.
And then all those terrible remakes.
No, they had like 5 or 6 in the Return series, but it went off the rails after what, 3?
Did they do?
Three was the one with like the body modification one.
Yeah, because you had 1, 2, 3.
Oh, 3 was good.
And then I think 4 was called something like Necropolis, and the 5th one was Rave from the Grave or something like that. Yeah.
I saw up to 3. That was it. I didn't even realize there were others after that. I didn't bother about them.
Yeah.
Yeah, I rented Dawn over and over again. It was one I kept going back to get. It's one of my feel-good sort of like comfort movies when I'm not well.
How do you guys think these age on high definition? Like, especially Dawn with its orange blood.
That's great.
I still think it looks great, even in high definition. I think Dawn looks great. I think Day looks great. It's surprising how good Night of the Living Dead looks in high definition.
Zombies' blood turns orange when they die. Is that
doesn't bother me? It doesn't bother me one little bit.
Possible, I think. Why not?
I mean, remember call back to Tales from the Crypt and the color of the blood and the Santa segment, and that was something a weird pink.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, none of that stuff really bothers me. I quite like it.
Whatever you get the sensors off your back.
Yeah, exactly. I think they just made a really terrible choice of color. But it's whatever food dye and coloring is available at the time. Yeah. So, but anyway, before we get started, Stato, you've got your channel going and you're on the social media. So there's links down below. If anybody's watching this as and watched before, there's links down below that will take you to Stato, take you to Lucifer. You should check out Stato's channel. He has a chat with Peter Simeti from Alterno Comics, and the most recent one, which and every week he likes to just rant.
Maybe.
Yeah, is that right?
I feel like
good rant. Excellent. So if you're not subscribed to that, click on that. Go and subscribe to that. Lucifer, I don't know what link I've put in the description, but how's Ed Gein coming on and how's things?
Ed Gein is absolutely great. All 4 issues are done and out there. Just waiting for proofs to come back on the trade paperback. So that could be any day now. And once they're approved or any changes have been made, off the press it will go. And then we'll be fulfilling for the final backers of that last campaign, which is great. And at the moment, you know, Christian Rossi's hard at work on the artwork for Lady Satan for me. He's having an absolute scream doing that book, and let me tell you, when you get to see some of the pages, you will see exactly what I mean by he is having a scream with it. I think he's actually enjoying drawing Lady Satan just that little bit more than Ed Gein, and that's saying something.
Cool. Yeah, okay, I'm going. Okay, Also Dark is now 102 pages. There will be no more. That is it. It's final. That's what it is. And I hope to get it done before Christian finishes Lady Satan, because it's just so quick. It's practically there. It's practically there now. I was just going to do some finishing touches on it before I caught another lurky, which I always do. It's practically there. But I've got a link down below to whatever it might be, to Tales of Mystery. Sign up for that. That'll go live the minute that I'll start posting out Tales so Dark. And also, I've got a link down below to the Patreon webpage of Emily Booth. If anybody's interested, she's going to be doing a live stream tomorrow night for her patrons. I think it's £5. If you're in the £5 a month tier, yeah, go for it. And it's going to be, I'll be hosting it for her. And it's going to be a live commentary on her classic steampunk type, Flash Gordon type movie, Per Varela.
Nice.
Yeah, so that should be fun. Actually, I'm not hosting it. My cousin, Steampunk Wally, is going to be hosting it for me. So it should be interesting. So yeah, please do. Even just click on that, give our Patreon a visit, and yeah, so you might want to just sign up. Right, yeah. That's all the shilling over.
Well done.
Like, remember when we all started doing this, and that would take like about an hour. Let's scroll all the way down here and have a look at this. And that was an hour. Then people
now it's just like, no, just go to the link. You want to see shit? Just follow the link.
Oh, right, okay. I don't believe that for 1 minute that Pete's gullible. Yeah, I was wondering about that. I don't know if it's because this was rescheduled and people haven't got the link. You know,
I don't know.
There was that time when me and Stato were doing a live stream and nobody was watching because I'd completely mucked up the connection or whatever, and we're just doing it to ourselves. Remember that one? That's probably the best 15 minutes we've ever done online. Nobody saw it. Yeah, what was it, mate? It was. Oh, we were on fire. But yeah. Anyway, Night of the Living Dead, 1968. I've checked. There is no subtitles on this, which is unfortunate. But we'll play it. Let us know, Pete. Because in fact, let us know if you want. I'll drop you a link and you can join us on here.
Yeah.
Okay. It's easily done. But right now, let's start watching Night of the Living Dead. It's awfully scary.
Pitch Black Night.
Here we go.
Look at that set.
Amazing. It almost looks real.
One of the best matte painting ever.
Like how they put the car on the slider.
It's got that slight Forbidden Planet sound there in the music, isn't it? That wee kind of reverb.
I think I have a colorized version of this on DVD.
Oh, that wouldn't surprise me. It was like one of the first movies that got colorized when colorization first became a thing. Like they did loads of the short Laurel and Hardy ones. And I think this was one of the first full features they went, now in color.
Probably the easiest being it was public domain from the get.
Yeah, exactly.
Yep. Evening Cap.
Evening Cap.
So we are slowly. People are joining us.
I don't remember the opening being this long. It is.
Yes, all colorized discs should be burned, Pete. I totally agree.
I didn't know King Kong was colorized. It's terrible.
What color did they make him? Green?
I couldn't tell you.
We are going out on live on Twitter tonight because I've given up on Twitch.
Oh, really?
Yeah. I'm only allowed to stream to 3 different places via StreamYard, so I've chosen Twitter and Facebook.
Enough.
Well, that makes sense.
They ought to make the day the time changes, the first day of summer.
What?
Well, it's 8 o'clock and it's still light.
A lot of good the extra daylight does us. Now, we've still got a 3-hour drive back. We're not going to be home until after midnight.
Well, if it really bugged you, Johnny, you wouldn't do it.
You think I want to blow Sunday on a scene like this? You know, I figure we're either going to have to move Mother out here or move the grave into Pittsburgh.
I appreciate his honesty.
Like this?
Yeah. I always thought his driving gloves, that was a kind of odd choice.
Well, that's a classy car there.
We still remember. I don't.
That was one of
Remember what the man looked
either
like.
one of the crews or one of the
Johnny, it took you
actors'
5 minutes.
Yeah,
mother's
5
car,
minutes to
I
put the
believe.
wreath on the grave and 6 hours to drive back and forth. Mother wants to remember, so we trot 200 miles into the country and she stays at home.
200 miles.
Johnny, all right.
Whoa.
Back on. Ladies and
Hey,
gentlemen, we're coming back on the air after an interruption.
Evening, Yernesh.
Evening there.
Hello. Hello.
Hyper Casual.
There's nothing wrong with the radio. Must have been the station.
Which row is it in?
Just get back in the car and leave her. And then as he's driving away, he can scream out, he called a taxi and they're coming to get her.
Well, there's no one around.
Well, it's late. You'd gotten up earlier.
Oh, look, I already lost an hour's sleep when the time changed.
I think you complain just to hear yourself talk. There it is.
I wonder what happened to the one from last year. Each year we spend good money on these things. We come out here and the one from last year's gone.
Well, the flowers die, and the caretaker or somebody takes them away.
Yeah, a little spit and polish. You can clean this up. Sell it next year. Wonder how many times we bought the same
Not
one.
bad. Future business idea.
They only go out there once a year, and that's how cheap he is. He's thinking about the cost of that.
Look at the paper mache it. Mother would appreciate something homemade.
Hey, come on, Barb. Church was this morning, huh?
Oh, I had a pen in there earlier on. I was.
Oh, the only other guy to show up for the graveyard convention.
Hey, I mean,
Waiting
plans
around.
for church, huh? Come on.
I haven't seen you in church lately.
Well, not much sense in my going to church. Do you remember one time when we were small, we were out here? It was from right over there. I jumped out at you from behind the tree, and Grandpa got all excited, and he shook his fist at me, and he said, "Boy, you be damned to hell."
That was
Remember that?
ADR
Right
for
over
sure.
there. You used to really be scared here.
I swear he's
Johnny.
fixing to choke her.
You're still afraid.
Stop it now. I mean it.
They're coming to get you, Barbara.
Stop it. You're ignorant.
They're coming for you, Barbara.
Stop it. You're acting like a child.
They're coming for you. Look, there comes one of them now.
He'll hear you.
Here he comes now. I'm getting
That
out.
poor dude, if he were going to like conventions these days and stuff, that's all people would want to hear from him.
Yeah.
Say the
Yeah.
line, dude. Come on,
Yeah.
say the line. I'm coming to get you, Barbara. Yeah, buddy. She's kind of useless in this movie.
Yeah, you think he's going to play a larger role, don't you, the way they set him up?
Mm.
Come on, man. Go for the chair shot. Get him over the ropes. Like, Marty, all we need to do is get it to 88 miles per hour. One of the zombies' few weakness people don't realize the weeping willows. Stick it in neutral and roll down the hill. That's what I say.
He's actually quite a sprightly zombie, isn't he?
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah, these were supposed to be the shamblers.
He gets a bit of a jog on later.
yeah.
So he was the first running zombie.
Yeah.
He kind of was, yeah.
Not stupid either.
No.
There you go. It's going all at 2 miles an hour. I'm wondering why you didn't go back and eat that dude's brains.
See, look, he's having a good old jog now.
Well, I guess this isn't the like frantic. What was that? 28
days.
28 days later, zombies.
Yeah.
So. That's right.
Yep.
You're tearing the legend down. What an inconsistent movie.
Maybe, I don't know, maybe it's because he's so fresh. Get to that.
Yeah,
The
could
rigor
be.
hasn't started in.
Yep.
Wanted to hide her to the porch, and he just goes right in there and just like, nope, there she is. Movie's over.
It's actually really impressive, this film. Just the opening sequence.
Think so?
Yeah, because if you talk what you're talking about, is like guerrilla filmmaking, I suppose.
Yeah.
They made this because they were used to making advertisements. That's what they did, wasn't it? In
Yeah.
Pittsburgh.
Yeah.
Yeah. that how they shot Planet of the Apes?
Yeah, only on widescreen. Yeah.
Guerrilla filmmaking.
Oh.
Ba-dum.
And then see if this were made today, she'd be in there and it'd be the dude that voted opposite of her, and she'd be like, "I'd rather take my chances with the zombies." Get eaten right away. What they don't tell you is she's like a PETA member, staunch member of PETA.
And she's a vegan.
And a vegan, yeah. He's got an info. He doesn't like cables.
I've not even watched any. I've got the Criterion one, and I've not watched any of the extras.
Really?
I've had it for over a year, so there probably is loads of good picks and stuff.
Not that.
Might be an idea to watch it before tonight.
A younger audience watching this going, why doesn't she have a cell phone?
They're like, what is that thing? It's,
Dude,
yeah, what is
call the
that?
cops.
The music is about 10 years out of date, isn't it? It's like a 1950s Ed Wood.
Yeah, you probably got some stock stuff or something you can buy.
Yeah.
Yeah, more than likely.
Those guys are all clearly showing up to this stream, not 100% sure if it's on tonight or the next week. That was a graphic shot for back in the day.
Yeah.
I kind of wonder what people thought of it. Like, you're going into the theater for the first time. It's a brand new movie. Like,
Well, as far as I can remember, there was a documentary. It was called something like From Midnight to Mainstream or something. And it was about like the very first midnight movies. And the very first one, it was either El Topo or Night of the Living Dead. And the reason why they would do these midnight showings is because on the initial opening run, no one went to see it. So they were like, oh, great. We spent all this money on this movie. We've put it in the cinema. No one's gone to see it. And then they found this cheap cinema that they could rent, and they did midnight showings. And that's where it got its fan base. And it was several years after it was released.
Interesting. Yeah, this isn't exactly like a midday matinee type of movie.
No, not really.
Suppose you've tried this.
Because thingy, I Am Legend. That was an influence on George Romero when they made this.
Do you live here? Jesus.
I'd have been like, throw up all over it accidentally. Got to deal with that.
Some other people. Maybe we better take some food. I'll see if I can find some food.
She rips back the wallpaper and there's a zombie behind it.
No, she pulls it back and there's just like a hippie with a spliff. You're like, huh? What's going on?
Hey, shut up that wallpaper. I'm hiding.
How did I get here, man?
Yeah, dude.
What's happening?
She's. We robbing this house. Basically, they're just taking the knives and all the bags. It's kind of a weird robbery.
2 of them. There are 2 of them out there. Have you seen any more around here? I can take care of those 2.
I
I know you're afraid, but we have
I
to.
don't know.
Do we have any shovels?
Yeah.
Are these people from Istanbul?
Oh. Well, I suppose if you don't have a shovel, that'll do.
This is how we play Clue in my town.
I said it'd be quite good if somebody did an edit of this where they managed to get Tor Johnson in it. It would fit right in.
I gotta say, as far as casting for the remake, Tony Todd was a perfect recast.
Yeah,
this.
absolutely.
You know, I don't get it. Like, they're coming in like 1 or 2 at a time. I would be out on that porch waiting for the next one. Like, let's have another. Thump, let's have another. Don't let them gang up. These are all Guar fans. This guy's the last John Denver fan in the entire county. They're coming.
I've forgotten how many kind of weird angles he uses in this. It's very much like, you know, what he ends up doing with Creepshow.
Is that
Mm.
now? Is that we got to keep that? Oh no, it's not just. I was gonna say, is it whenever he shows the zombies, kind of like on the old Batman Adam West? Whenever there was a villain, they would cock the angle a little bit.
Yeah, it seems that I'd forgotten how much of that there was.
Don't look at it.
There's something about him using like all those weird angles and like Dutch angles like that kind of like gives this like a weird dream-like quality.
And they always work better in the kind of square or 4x3 format.
Yes,
Because you've
definitely.
got the height to it.
I have to wonder if he figured this would work, or if he was kind of skeptical of his own stuff until it kind of came out. People liked it, but they couldn't make any money off of it.
And it's shots like that one. They remind me of like old Twilight Zone episodes.
I think back then, if nothing came out of it, they just all kind of would have gone back into whatever it is they were doing, back into their jobs, and you know, less of an impact. Whereas now, if you make something that doesn't work, everybody kind of knows it doesn't work. It's all over the internet.
Yeah.
I have to wonder, with all of our TV training, if something like this happened, would people be terrified, or would they be like, dude, load up the phone for a TikTok. I'm going to get another one. Thump. Yeah. There you go. There's a skewer right next to you, dude. Oh, he wants blunt. That's a quality junk drawer. Any old man worth his salt was going to have one. I've got one.
Yeah, I've got. Yeah, that's kind of how I keep all my nails and screws as well.
Look, I know you're afraid. I'm afraid too. But we have to try to board the house up together. Now, I'm going to board up the windows and the
Oh, he's going
doors.
into that smooth talk.
We'll be all right.
Baby, I know you're afraid.
We'll be all right.
I'm
afraid.
Girl, we got to build this up together.
Now, I want you to go in and get some wood so I can board the place up. Do you understand? Okay? Okay?
And as if that wasn't enough, they were keeping the blob in the cabinet. Twist.
There was a 3D version of this as well, wasn't there?
I wouldn't be surprised.
Oh, there's been so many
Yeah.
different versions of this. I mean, like
Because
you
it's
mentioned,
Public domain. It's like they've done so many things
Yeah.
with it.
Anybody with a gimmick.
yeah, I mean, we mentioned the colorized version earlier. I believe the other guy that made this with George Romero, I can't remember his name, but I believe that
Russo.
he did something like, I think he called it like a director's cut or something. What happened is, like, decades later, he got a couple of actors in to film a couple of new scenes that he then just jammed in and then put out there. There's been more than just the Tom Savini remake. There's been like loads of pseudo sequels and remakes and stuff. There was an interesting one called I think it was called Mimesis, Night of the Living Dead, that had Sid Haig in it, and I can't remember it too well, but it was something about these people, like they all gather around like where it was shot. All these characters get to where it was shot, and then someone tries to like recreate it in real life and actually kill off the cast and things like that. So there's tons of stuff like this, and there's loads of Night of the Living Dead comics. Some of them came out through Avatar Press. Just so much.
Has anybody seen the animated version?
No.
Oh, Night of the Living Dead reanimated.
Yeah, because a couple of years ago, wasn't it? They did that kind of like.
Yeah, and like they got loads of different animators, and each one had a different scene, and they did all the scenes in different styles and stuff
weird.
like that. I remember seeing like a bit of it.
I wonder who had more input, whether it was Romero or Russo.
Does make you wonder.
Russo went off to do his return series.
Don't worry, Cap. The rumors of my death are greatly exaggerated, good sir. It's nice to see you too.
Well, he's returned for the dead, so it's perfect for tonight's viewing.
She's doing a great job supervising. Yep, making sure it's wood.
Yep, that's definitely wood.
Yep, that's solid. It's definitely solid. Keep up the good work. I'll be over here panicking.
Take out the biggest ones you can find.
Oh, I thought he was just like nailing boards to the wall in the hallway or something like that. We might need these for later. I'd be nailing couches to the wall, anything I could find. Break that thing up. I'd be taking down shelving. Smashing that table. Oh.
You know a place back down the road called Beekman's? Beekman's Diner?
I guess she doesn't.
Anyhow, that's where I found that truck I have out there. There's a radio in the truck.
There you go. Nail that to the window.
I jumped in to listen to it.
That'll help.
A big gasoline truck came screaming right across the road. But there must have been 10, 15 of those things chasing after it. Grabbing and holding on.
So they are running zombies.
The one that Russo made in the late 80s. Oh.
Zombie Nosh rings a bell.
Zombie Nosh.
Never heard of it.
Those things
I'm going to do a quick search, find that out.
Is that related to Nosferatu?
Didn't he?
Hey!
Didn't he also do a Christmas horror movie called Satan Claus?
No, sure I see. Sorry, was that?
Oh, no.
He, Santa Claus. Yeah.
The driver must have cut off
There
the
you go.
road into that gas station by Beekman's Diner. It went right through the billboard, ripped over a gas pump, and never stopped moving. By now it's like a moving bonfire.
Yeah,
His
Russo-
last
Russo- Oh, go ahead.
film was My Uncle John is a Zombie.
Didn't know if it was explode or what.
That sounds brilliant.
That's a hot title.
Yeah, not bad at all.
Can't wait for the soundtrack.
Yeah, that might have been Zombie. No, should have. That yeah, could very well.
Backing away from it. I looked
Yeah,
back.
Russo and
If there was
once
anyone
this
there,
got famous, they had different ways they wanted to handle the zombies, obviously, and that's why they split off into their respective franchises for Return
Yeah.
and Night.
Yeah, and part of the agreement between the two was that Russo could still use Living Dead, but Romero couldn't.
by now there were no more screams.
You know,
Right,
I realized that
and it all
Hence what-
stems from a lack of copyright on this.
Yeah,
50 or 60 of those things just standing there, staring at me. I started to drive. I just plowed right through them.
yeah, buddy.
They didn't move. They didn't run or just stood there
It was
staring.
a mostly peaceful protest.
Scattered through the air like bugs.
Feel like this is Wooly when you get to like a Skyfall appreciation gathering.
John,
Yeah.
You give the same speech. I just drove right through them.
And he
Scattered
just-
like bugs.
They just kept coming towards me,
to put a wreath
one by
on his
one.
mother's grave. Johnny, and he said, "Can I have some candy, Barbara?" We didn't have any. And
I threw him to a zombie.
it's hot in here. Hot.
Well, she's been wearing a jacket the whole time, and
And he
Panicking.
said, "Oh, it's late. Why did we start so late?" And I said, "Johnny, if you'd gotten up earlier, we wouldn't be late." Johnny asked me if I were afraid. And I said, "I'm
at this
not
point, I'd be like, "Hey, go check the porch, okay? Go out and check the porch to see if there's anything." And then when she went out, I'd lock her. Fucking go.
He came
You mentioned candy, so I had to go and get a
Johnny kept
biscuit.
teasing me and
Mm.
said, "He's coming to get you, Barbara." And I laughed at him and said, "Johnny, stop."
Quite aptly, I'm eating nibbly fingers.
Johnny ran away.
So,
Very nice.
And
nibbly fingers.
I went up to this man.
I'm not getting paid by Cadbury's, unfortunately. But they're nice.
Why don't you just keep calm?
And I looked up and I said, "Goody."
Flesh eater. Yeah.
And he grabbed me. He grabbed me
Right.
and he ripped at me.
oh
He held
yeah,
ripped at
I
my
think I've got Flesh Eater somewhere.
Calm down.
No, don't, that one pass me by.
Johnny,
I shall make a note.
help me. And he wouldn't let me go.
Oh, you got to tie her up and put that tape on her mouth.
No, he just goes, "Fuck this," and just tears off all the boards and walks out himself and goes, "No, I'm done. I'm out. Tapping out."
I'd rather be eaten
Mm,
and listen to this crazy woman's stories.
yeah.
Besides, you didn't laugh. Like you said.
I'd
you
really
did.
like it if she just started going through every detail of her day, just like one of those really boring people.
We have to wait for Johnny.
But after like his fifth, yeah, that's crazy. Wow. Yeah. Then he just decides to dive out the window. And she keeps talking.
Johnny, he's out there. Please don't
Don't you hear me? We've got to go out and get him.
Great plan.
Please. We
Yeah.
have got to go get Johnny. Please help me. Please.
A kind and caring, open home slap. Bring her back to her senses.
My brother is not dead.
Oh, that wasn't open hand at all.
Jinx.
I
Yep.
was going to say, she stood up to that, though.
Yeah.
Should have had her flying across the room, but she's just like, is that all you got? Then you move the couch in front of the door, so if they break in, you'll have a chance to get away.
Meals on wheels.
Yep. Ticket. You got a plan for every situation.
Because of the obvious threat to untold numbers of citizens, and because of the crisis which is even now developing, this radio station will remain on the air.
You got the shadow of the boob mic up there, or
Hundreds
what?
of other radio and TV stations
Yeah, probably.
their resources through an emergency network hookup to keep you informed of all developments. At this hour, we repeat, these are the facts as we know them. There is an epidemic of mass murder being committed by a virtual army of unidentified assassins.
We're fairly sure that they're diverse,
Cities, rural homes, and suburbs with no
so we're not worried about it.
for the slaves. It seems to be a sudden general explosion of mass homicide. We have some descriptions of the assassins. Eyewitnesses say they are ordinary-looking people. Some say they appear to be in a kind of trance.
Thank goodness for eyewitnesses. What did the perp look like? We was ordinary,
Yeah.
possibly on drugs. That's all I got. Average height, somewhere between 4'5" and 5'6".
Or what to look for and guard
6
yourself
foot.
against. Misshapen
Kind of
monsters.
pasty.
Reaction of law enforcement officials is one of complete bewilderment at this hour. So far, we have been unable to determine that any kind of organized investigation is yet underway.
Oh, don't do that.
Police, sheriff deputies, and
No, don't do that.
emergency deathly with calls for help. The scene can best be described as
Burn the whole house down.
mayors of Pittsburgh, Philadelphia, and Miami.
What if he walked out wearing that deer head? Do you think they'd be like, oh, that's not a person. I don't want that.
Yeah, and he just kind of slowly walks among them.
Maybe a lampshade?
The only advice our reporters
It's like, we don't need lampshades. Let that pass.
private citizens stay in their homes behind locked doors. Do not venture outside for any reason until the nature of this crisis has been determined and until we can advise what course of action.
We've got Star Trek music in there.
Radio and TV.
Maybe if he just wore a mask.
This crisis develops further. Thousands of office and factory workers are being urged to stay at their places of employment, not to make any attempt to get to their homes.
That's right. Go out there and set a few on fire.
Morning, streets and highways are packed with frantic people trying to reach their families or apparently to flee just anywhere. We repeat, the safest course of action at this time is simply to stay where you
He's hanging out with his car.
Man, what did that chair ever do to him?
I'd be lighting it. I'd be running, chasing him with it. Close the door and just get out there with the fire and just be like, ah!
The thing is,
Set people on fire.
in a zombie apocalypse, all that chaos going down, like everyone needs a good 5 minutes for a good sit down.
Yeah.
And he can't now because he's got rid of a perfectly good chair.
Eat a power bar.
It's not a move that we see repeated in most zombie films since, is it? Really?
Joke's on
Throw
him.
up.
Those doors all swing outwards.
just received in our newsroom. Latest word also from National Press Services in Washington, D.C. now tells us that the emergency presidential conference, which we've just mentioned, will include high-ranking scientists from the National Aeronautics and Space Administration. That's the extent of this latest meeting. Members of this cabinet, the FBI, Joint Chiefs of Staff, and scientists.
Pete says, I'm sitting here wondering if a zombie apocalypse, how safe would I feel holding up? No, the question is, how safe would I feel as the only bird in the group?
Once
No,
I've
they're
run
just
out
like,
of my
oh,
nibbly
you guys-
fingers.
You guys went back and found supplies, huh? What'd you get? Barbecue? Okay. And
Look, Stow. Let's be real. Let's be real. As much as we love you, you would be the first one eaten and not by the zombies.
I have no illusions. Why'd you call me
bag's
Jimmy
a
Dean?
leg.
My name's Stat.
Crackling.
You say that now, Pete. Save with me, I'm a veg. He says that now. Day 2 of hunger, and he'd be like, I just decided I have canines for a reason. Or he'd be throwing me out the window, and then they'd get me, and he'd run. I see how it is. Thinking of beating somebody with a shoe.
What was going on about how he's the guy in this with the plan? Kenneth really doesn't have a clue, does he?
No.
Like,
He's kind of winging it a little bit.
yeah.
I think he's what we'd all like to think we would do.
Yeah.
And at the end of the day, we'd be crapping our pants and sitting in the corner, holding our elbows, all crying. Like,
We've got a shortage of guns over here, so come the zombie apocalypse, it is going to be shovels.
Bullets out there.
Yeah, pretty much. Or beer bottles.
Beer bottles, yeah.
Boomerangs, perhaps?
No, we're in the UK, not
Come
Australia.
back to you. I mean, you can't import those.
I don't think we got time to wait for the shipping and
Buy
customs and
yourself
all that,
No.
mate. Like when the zombie apocalypse kicks off, I don't think we've got.
Well, I'm not
like 3 or
asking you to
4
buy a
weeks.
kangaroo and ship it over there.
Unless you can get them from Amazon Germany, they'll never get here in time.
Well, I mean, you can make a pair of nunchucks easy enough.
Fair
That
enough.
would do
Yeah.
exactly nothing, but it might make you feel better.
A couple of frozen sausages, tie
Yeah.
them together.
Yeah, but I've got a perfectly good coffin that I can hide in.
Mm.
They're not going to look in that. They'll be like, "Oh no, that flesh is dead," and I'll be like,
And then they'll wait. Do you hear something?
If anything's trying to break in here, I can hear it from up there. I'll be down to take care of it. Everything is all right for now. I'll be back to reinforce the windows and doors later. But you'll be all right for now, okay? Okay.
I'd be like, I can't have nobody cracking up on me, and I'd feed her to them.
Civil defense officials in Cumberland have told newsmen that murder victims show evidence of having been partially devoured by their murderers.
Never a good sign.
Half decomposed corpse on the highway has now been identified as Johnny Rotten.
"Oh no." How long have you been saving that one for, Stow?
30 seconds.
Right. Fair enough.
Acted as though they were in a kind of trance, were killing and eating their victims, prompted authorities to examine the bodies of some of the victims.
You can't fool me. Those are metal lyrics.
Concluded that in all cases, the killers are eating the flesh of the people they murdered. Repeating this latest bulletin just received moments ago from Cumberland, Maryland, civil defense authorities have told newsmen that murder victims show evidence of having been partially devoured by their murderers. Medical examination of victims' bodies shows conclusively that the killers are eating the flesh of the people they
Kind of makes you want to snack this movie. It's constantly going on about
It
eating.
does.
It becomes more ghastly with each report. It's difficult to imagine such a thing actually happening, but these are the reports we have been receiving and passing on to you. Reports which
Thankfully,
have
I'm
been verified
broadcasting
as
from a
completely
fortress.
as is possible in this confused situation. It is happening, and it would appear that no one is safe from this wave of mass murder.
Guy comes up. What does he have? A samurai sword? Going with the Pulp Fiction situation. Look at the Gatling gun. No. Look at the shotgun. No. Samurai sword. That's what I need.
How long you guys been down there? I could use some help up here.
That's the cellar. It's the safest place.
You mean you didn't hear the racket we were making up here?
How are we supposed to know what was going on? Could have been those things for all we knew.
That girl was screaming. Sure, you must know what a girl's screaming.
I'd have liked to have seen this movie, the cast of I Love Lucy.
Look, it's kind of hard to hear what's going on from down there.
We thought we could hear screams, but for all we knew, that could have meant those things were in the house afterward.
And you wouldn't come up and help.
Well, if there were more of
The
them.
racket sounded like the place was being ripped apart. How were we supposed to know what was going on?
This feels like a high school play at this moment.
You just got finished saying you couldn't hear from down there. Now you say it sounded like the place was being ripped apart. It would be nice if you get your story straight, man.
All right, now you tell me. I'm not going to take that kind of a chance when we got a safe place. We luck into a safe place, and you're telling us we got to risk our lives just because somebody might need help, huh?
Yeah, something like that.
All right, why don't we settle this?
Look, mister, we came up. Okay, we're here.
Sure, you listen to Discount Don Rickles.
Before any of those things find out we're in here.
You got the whole place boarded up?
Yeah, most of it. Other than a few spots upstairs. They won't be hard to fix.
You're insane. The cellar's the safest place.
I'm telling you, they can't get in here.
And I'm telling you, those things turned over our car. We were damn lucky to get away at all. Now you tell me those things can't get through this lousy pile of wood?
His wife and kids downstairs. Kids hurt.
Chuck her out. There's no saving her.
Mm.
We could strengthen everything up, Mr. Cooper.
With all of us working, we can fix this place up in no time. We have everything we need up here.
We can take all that stuff downstairs.
This needs a montage.
You know that? You got a million windows up
And
there.
then they just start like
These things out, huh?
boarding things fast.
I smashed 3 of them and pushed another one out the door.
Did you hear me when I told you they turned over our car?
Oh, hell, any good 5 men can do that.
That's my point. Only there's not going to be 5 or even 10. There's going to be 20, 30, maybe 100 of those things. And as soon as they know we're here, this place is going to be crawling with them.
Well, if they're that many, they'll...
Yeah, listen to the crazy man.
Look, the cellar. The cellar, there's only one door, right? Just one door, that's all we
I mean, this is in the middle of the country.
Locks and boards from the inside.
Couldn't be that many.
All these windows, why, we never know where they were going to hit us next.
You got a point, Mr. Cooper. But down in the cellar, there's no place to run to. I mean, if they did get in, there'd be no back exit. We'd be done.
It's not that gravitas.
We can get out of here if we have to. And we got windows to see what's going on outside. But down there with no windows, if a rescue party did come, we wouldn't even know it.
But the cellar is the strongest place.
The cellar is a death trap.
I don't know, Mr. Cooper.
Back in my day, we hid in cellars for everything,
You know how many
including my second wife.
Maybe 6 or 7.
Look,
Yeah, she's still down there.
you two can do whatever you like. I'm going back down to the cellar, and you better decide. Because I'm going to board up that door, and I'm not going to unlock it again no matter what happens.
Now, wait a minute, Mr. Cooper.
No, I'm not going to wait. I've made my decision, now you make yours.
Now, wait a minute. Let's think about this. We can make it to the cellar if we have to. And if we do decide to stay down there, we'll need some things from up here. So let's at least consider this a while.
This is where they draw the line down the center of the house. Tell them you stay on your side.
Watch yourself
Stay on
in the
mine.
cellar and those things get in the house, you've had it. At least up here you have a fighting chance.
They seem to be in a holding pattern.
Yep.
Looks like about 8 or 10.
They're getting organized.
Wait for the buddies to turn up.
They're not out back, too.
Or bodies.
Hey, you want to watch this guy fall?
Oh. Was that paper mache?
If it wasn't, I'd be disappointed.
Dang
Yep.
good special effects. Well, pull the trigger. There you go. I'm impervious to squibs.
It's all right.
Third time, that'll put him down for sure. Is that the same shot? Oh, no. Not quite. This isn't the Yui Bowl film.
Is this one of the first? I don't know. Is this one of the first movies to do all the old blood squib stuff?
It might be.
Because the Wild Bunch was what, 69? I'm just double checking here.
I don't remember that shot being in there.
Which one?
Nudity.
No, there's always been the nude zombie.
I guess I never paid attention to it. I remember this.
Gotta fix these boards.
So these are more like ghouls. They just eat stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We've got to get down into the cellar.
Go down in that damn cellar. Get out of here.
I'm taking the girl with me.
Leave her here. Keep your hands off her. And everything else that's up here, too. Because if I stay up here, I'm fighting for everything up here. And the radio and the food is part of what I'm fighting for.
Celebrity zombies would have been quite good.
Got some of that in Return of the Living Dead, too.
We've got to have food down there. We've got a right.
The Michael Jackson zombie.
Yeah. I remember that.
Yeah.
Yes or no? This is your last chance. No beating around the bush.
I'd forgotten about that.
Listen, I got a kid down there. She can't possibly. I couldn't bring her up here. She can't possibly take all the racket and those things smashing through the windows.
Well, you're her father. If you're stupid enough to go die in that trap, that's your business. However, I am not.
I like how he goes into cool mode every once in a while.
Yeah.
For the kid,
Well, you're her father.
Now, get the hell down in the cellar. You can be the boss down there. I'm boss up here.
You bastards.
It's not happy.
You know, I want to open this door again. I mean it.
Mr. Cooper, with your help, we could...
With my help.
Let him go, man. His mind is made up. Just let him go.
Wait a minute.
Kick him down those stairs.
Judy, come on up here, honey.
You're gonna let them get hurt too, huh? It's all right, honey. Go ahead.
Doesn't even look like that sturdy a door.
If we stick together, man, we can fix it up real good. There's lots of places we can run to up here. Mr. Cooper, we'd all be a lot better off if all three of us were working together.
Hey, kid.
Yep, she's done for. Toss her out.
He's wrong, you know. I'm not boxing myself in down there.
Well, we're safe now. It's boarded up tight.
What about Tom and Judy?
They want to stay up there and let them.
That is the quintessential curmudgeon. Like he's got that posture.
Yeah.
Back in my day.
I think he's been watching one too many James Cagney movies.
Maybe.
It's got that kind of quality about him.
Reminds me more of Professor Farnsworth. Well, stay down here, you.
Is she all right?
And when they're eating you, I'll laugh.
It's warm. Maybe it's shock.
Where'd you get the bandage?
Some laundry in a basket, I told
Girl's sick. The first thing I'm going to do is smoke in an enclosed area. That should fix it. 9 out of 10 doctors agree these are the good smokes.
Stay upstairs. Let them. Too many ways those monsters can get in up there. We'll see who's right. We'll see when they come begging me to let them in down here.
Hey, did you remember to bring the food down?
What?
To be right, everybody has to be wrong.
What do you mean by that?
Does anyone up there know why we're being attacked?
They spend quite a lot of the time arguing about where they should be in the house, don't they?
Mm-hmm. Communism was a red herring.
Radio?
Radio upstairs. I heard a news bulletin.
There's a radio upstairs and you boarded us in down here?
I know what I'm doing.
What did it say?
Nothing. Nothing. They don't know anything yet.
It said Lipton Tea has the freshest bags.
Take the boards off that door.
We are staying down here, Helen.
Harry, that radio is at least some kind of communication. If the authorities know what's happening, well, they'll send people for us to tell us what to do. How are we going to know what's going on if we lock ourselves in this dungeon?
Maybe if you just shut the lights off. I kind of feel like they're getting attracted to the lights.
We may not enjoy living together.
Oh, trouble at
Dying
home.
together isn't going to solve anything. Those people aren't our enemies.
Yeah.
Let's go up. Tom? If Judy would come
Oh, quick cut.
downstairs for a few
Well,
minutes,
yep.
Harry and I could come upstairs.
Hostage trading. Perfect.
Will you do it?
I have to.
Look, honey, nothing's going to get done with them down there and us up here. Do this for me. Okay, open up.
See, there you go. Now no one's ever going to believe him again when he says, I'm not opening that door.
Yep.
Idle threats.
I'll take good care of her, Helen.
She's all I have.
Why don't you go upstairs now?
Just listen to the radio for 10 minutes and you get the whole gist. Really. It's not that important. Baseball game's supposed to be on today.
Her brother was killed.
So he's cracking up. What's the matter? Don't you read doily?
I gotta go help Ben with the television.
Where she asks, oh, what's your favorite full moon movie?
Oh,
You a fan of Van Damme?
Is Crash and Burn really that bad?
Mind if I smoke?
Just flashbacks to the burning chair.
I'm Helen Cooper, Harry's wife.
Who the fuck's Harry?
This place is ridiculous.
What with its walls? Dude, just two or three at the same time.
Yeah, it's just a lot. What, 2 minutes ago?
And they talk about these windows.
Tape a couple together, make it extra long.
There could be 50 million of those things out there. That's how much good these windows are.
Go out the chimney. They could be coming down the chimney.
Help somebody.
Have they done a musical version of this?
A musical version of Night of the Living Dead?
Yeah.
If not, you've just tempted fate.
Because there's a kind of David Runyon sort of Guys and Dolls vibe that he's given me here. You know, the way he's acting. Yeah, I think I'm thinking of Night of the Living Dead, the musical.
If you stay up here, you take orders from me, and that includes leaving the girl alone.
It's on, it's on.
Well, hey, if they can do Evil Dead the musical, Carrie the musical, Reanimator the musical, I'm sure there's room for a Night of the Living Dead the musical.
Yeah. I think I'm going to get one of that. I'll get one of those AI programs to write it for me.
Sounds like a plan.
Dare you to do it as a comic book. Night of the Living Dead the musical, the comic book.
I like that TV stand. Step up from like cinder blocks.
Yeah.
Officials and newsmen at first discounted those eyewitness descriptions as being beyond belief. However, reports persisted. Medical examinations of some of the
Dude in the background took that time to tell his wife on the phone he blew all their money in investments.
I think we have some late word just arriving, and I'll interrupt to bring this to you.
Because Dawn of the Dead must happen just immediately after this, even though it's filmed years later.
Yeah, pretty much.
Because you get the TV studio and they're all beginning to run away and leave the studio because everything's falling apart around them.
Yeah.
Morgues and hospitals has concluded that the unburied dead are coming back.
I would have loved to have seen a Mad Max versus zombies.
It's hard for us here to believe what we're reporting to you, but it does seem to be a fact.
You know, lots of cars plowing through them and
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, they have one like big truck with a kangaroo plow on it. Driving right through the crowd.
Yeah, you get the Ben Hur wheels with the big spikes. Yeah.
Food, shelter, medical treatment, and protection by armed National Guardsmen. Stay tuned to the broadcasting stations in your local area for this list of rescue stations. This list will be repeated throughout our news coverage. Look for the name of the rescue station nearest you. Make your way to that location as soon as possible.
We have that truck. We can get some gas. We can get out of here.
There's a pump out by the shed.
I know that's why I pulled in here, but it's locked.
Marlboro. That was a manly smoke, wasn't it, Marlboro?
That's exactly what I smoke, Marlboro.
Oh, excellent. Is it still the old, was it the red and white labels?
No, we've got these crappy brown labels with the photographs on.
Pictures of decayed lungs and stuff, yeah.
Yeah, this one's got like a weird foot on it for some fucking reason. It's just got a weird foot.
Smoking gives you a weird foot.
Yeah, yeah.
Surgeon General gave up a long time ago.
Yeah. Do you have those boxes in America? Start over there.
I could have sworn we still had the red and white boxes.
Yeah, no. What they do over here is they put pictures of like horrible things on them to try and put you off smoking.
Yeah,
that sounds
like
metal.
Like every pack, whether it be Marlboro, Silk Cut,
I'm going to beg you up to show us
the best that you can. Oh, don't know how well you're going to be able to see that, but they're this like crappy, like really dark brown color because apparently they've picked the perfect shade of brown that's meant to put you off of smoking. And they just put these like you get one of a decayed lung. Like I said, this one's got a weird foot on it. You get another one with a perfectly good Irish smile on it as well. You know,
Kind
all
of sounds like one of
sorts
those
stuff.
Happy Meals. Like, hey, you got the lung one? That's the last one in the set that I need.
yeah, it is literally like that. And of course, you got all the things like smoking causes this, smoking causes that.
I'm gonna put all these packs under a thing of lightning and see if it actually like brings it back.
I thought we decided that is not proved yet. Was the satellite when the satellite was exploded? Enough to cause mutation under certain circumstances.
It could have happened. Bearing on it.
It does seem to have a bearing.
Will there be a reply for this
later?
Yes.
There will be a reply.
Yes.
Later this afternoon.
Yeah, that is weird though, because they also hide the cigarettes behind. You're not like to see them on the stands either. They hide them. It's very weird.
We are doing everything possible to solve the problem.
I wish he would have peeled out. Yeah, we're checking on it.
We have to try to get out of here.
He said the rescue stations have doctors and medical supplies. If we could get Karen there, we could get help for her.
Is one of the world's foremost authorities on space science and technology.
Willard. I saw a sign that said Willard.
It's only about 17 miles from here.
Ooh, that'd be good. Willard versus the Living Dead.
Yeah. I was just thinking that.
Having these
Ben.
rat things. Guys controlling an army of rats to fight the zombies.
But the twist would be that Ben would actually have been turned and would be a zombie rat.
Yeah.
Yeah. You'd have
Fighting
rats,
on their neck at the end.
zombie rats fighting. Yeah.
2 women, 1 woman out of her head, 3 men, and the place is surrounded with us there.
Could you get any eyes to write that now? Willard the musical. That would be a good one.
There you go.
Well, that's close to Joe's apartment, I suppose.
Oh yes, I forgot about
Yes, we have some answers. But first, let me stress the importance of seeking medical attention for anyone who's been injured in any way.
If your brains are falling out, go find a doctor.
How bad has your kid been hurt? Look, you go down there and tell Judy. Yeah, you tell Judy to come up here and you stay with the kid, all right?
that. Better do what he says or he'll sock you.
He didn't like her face, and he's like, "I'm gonna send you to your death because you mate."
Yep. Doesn't like her horror kid.
Everyone has these thick glasses. What's going on now?
They might be the same glasses that the guy had, my brother had on at the start.
The pharmacy only had one style.
They want you upstairs. Did she ask for me? She hasn't done anything.
It's the Buddy Holly look.
Yeah, she asked for a whiskey though. You have a chat with your kid; those things will kill you.
Mommy.
I heard. I'll come back down as soon as I find out what they want.
Thank you, Judy.
I can't feel my legs. I says, Judy, they gone.
Preferably by cremation.
Well, how long after death, then, does the body become reactivated?
It's only a matter of minutes.
Minutes? Well, that doesn't give people time to make any arrangements.
Oh, you're right. It doesn't give them time to make.
It's only for the people that collected 100 coins, though.
Carried to the street and burned.
They get an extra life.
Be burned immediately. Soak them with gasoline and burn them. The bereaved will have to forego the dubious comforts that a funeral service will give.
Dubious comforts.
And dangerous.
I need you to find some bedspreads or sheets to tear up into small strips, okay? Is there a fruit cellar here?
Yes.
We need some bottles or jars to make Molotov cocktails to hold them up while we try to escape.
Hey, there's a big can of kerosene down there.
We're handing out dry erase tombstones to go ahead and put next to the bodies after you burn them.
Oh, stop it. I want one now.
Yeah.
Go ahead and pick those up at any ambulance or hearse. They'll give them right out. Just say I need 3 or 4.
Better be this door. It's closer to the truck.
We're going to give you a free pass to Chuck E. Cheese for every person you take down. Bring the kids.
Jars in the cellar. And there's a key on here that's labeled for the gas pump out back.
I'm not really that used to the truck. I found it abandoned.
I can handle the truck, no sweat.
You're it then. You and I'll go.
We may need the hunchback guy in case they get too close.
You can go upstairs and toss the cocktails from a window. Tom, you and I will have to unboard this door. After you toss the cocktails, you hustle back down here and lock this door.
Fancy a cocktail now as well.
Fruit cocktail?
We get the gas and get back into the house. Then we'll worry about getting everybody into the truck.
Well, little umbrella.
And let's move it.
Except to the rescue station, which have been set up. Indications are that before this emergency is over, we will need many, many more such rescue stations.
I just wish that guy would be honest and just scream every man for himself. Punch the camera operator out.
You smile like that all the time. How many do you have done? Come on, honey, we gotta move.
Tom, are you sure about the phone?
Is he just asking her to take Kleenex out of the box?
All you get is a recorded message.
Was that a pig on the wall?
I can only
What's
call
that?
the folks.
Was that a pig on the wall?
Worried about us.
Everything will be all right. As soon as we get to Willard, we'll call them. They might even be there.
Good.
I know. Tom, are you sure we're doing the right thing, Tom?
What, about getting out of here?
Yeah.
Well, the television said that's the right thing to do. We've got to get to a rescue station.
I thought she was going to be all like, Tom, why didn't you ever ask me to marry you?
Why do you have to go out there?
Look, I know how to handle that truck, and I can handle the pump. Ben doesn't know anything about that stuff.
Do you know how he
The
can
what?
handle the truck? Because he's a Lego man. Look at the hair.
That's what I was going to say. I know where he gets his hair done. That's the kind of hair you get done when you know you're going to be in your first feature film.
I built the truck myself, hon. It was 182 pieces.
weeks later. Remember how difficult it was for us to convince you that it was right to leave. Remember we had to go to Willard then? This isn't a passing thing, honey. It's not like just a wind passing through. We've got to do something, and fast.
Your daddy said it'd be hell on earth before we could get married, and guess what?
I just don't want you to go out there, that's all.
Hey, Smiley. Where's that big smile for me?
You couldn't see it if she was doing it right now anyways, dude.
You're showing no use at all, aren't you? We've got work to do. Honey. And you...
We better get her downstairs.
We have to go downstairs.
What's his deal?
It just makes me smile.
I want that girl down there.
We have to go downstairs now, just for a little while until we get back. Then we can all leave.
Oh, I'd like to leave. Yes.
She's gone stupid. She's gone plaid. So he's going to make a bunch of noise and attract him over.
Yep.
Black guys go, what are you staring at her for? Like some help. Throwing pennies at the zombies.
You ready upstairs? Yeah. Okay, toss them.
Yeah, have a drink. Sets the bush on fire next to the house, takes the whole thing with it. That would be that dude.
Yeah, just, I mean, yeah, house made it away. It's not the best idea.
Never would have happened if we'd have all been in the cellar.
Yep, stay in the cellar. It's having fun though. Ooh.
I'm going with you.
This would be a great, like, Ford commercial. You need to get out of a zombie apocalypse, get you at F-150.
Unless you're coming, come on. Get in.
Like Marilyn Manson person. Huh. Could have just as easily said these were mutants.
Yeah, the original idea was to do aliens, wasn't it? We're going to make a movie about aliens.
Yeah.
Which would have
Probably
been kind
would've-
of Ed Wood-like, I suppose.
Quick, set the field on fire.
Come on. Just
Is that the sort of thing you should be doing?
Guy's probably thinking to himself, that gas would have pumped better in the cellar.
Yeah. No
It's
grass
not
to
gonna work,
catch
bro.
fire.
Just kick some dirt on it. Huh.
Let's get out of here. Come on, come on. My jacket's gone.
Time to go running off into the night.
Yeah.
I've had it. No more. So you gotta wonder if they're like the only survivors in that county.
Right, getting the cellar now.
So I do light brisk jog. Someone's getting shot, not eaten. Everybody in this thing is a good supervisor.
Yeah. Starts shots at the.
He's holding the already pinned in up end. He earned it.
Drag you out there and feed you those things.
In a modern movie, this is where he would have been bit, but he didn't tell anybody.
Yeah.
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 Yeah. Oh, it's the yeah. Snack time scene.
Yeah. These are the ones that like their steaks well done. Foot. I got a foot. The raffle was a success.
Shouldn't play with your food though, should you really?
Yeah, this is it's kind of funny because it's like George Romero created the modern zombie, but here, I mean, clearly not. It wasn't really locked down until the next movies that came after this.
Yep.
Because this isn't too much different than, say, I Am Legend.
No, I think that's the thing, because they were never really called zombies in this either.
Mm-mm.
Did he ever call them zombies, George Romero? I
don't think they do, no.
Isn't it 3 o'clock yet? There's supposed to be another broadcast at 3 o'clock.
10 minutes.
Oh, only 10 more minutes? We don't have very long to wait. We can leave. Well, we better leave soon. It's 10 minutes to 3.
She's just taking the piss now, isn't she?
You know anything about this area at all? I mean, is Willard the nearest town?
I don't know. We were just trying to get to a motel before dark.
You said those things turned your car over. You think we can get it back on its wheels and drive it? Where is it?
Seems like it was pretty far away. Seems like we ran.
Forget it. It's at least a mile.
Johnny has the keys.
You're gonna carry that child a mile through that army of things out there?
I can carry the kid. What's wrong with her? How'd she get hurt?
One of those things grabbed her.
Bit her on the arm.
What's wrong?
Who knows what kind of disease those things carry? Is she conscious?
Barely.
She can't walk. She's too weak.
Well, one of us could try to get to the car.
You're gonna turn it over by yourself?
You can't start the car. Johnny has the keys.
You have a car? Where? Where is it?
You won't be able to start it.
Yeah, I know. But where?
Just gotta go find Johnny's hand. One of them ran off with it.
It's tasty.
Finger food.
Oh.
Cadbury. No.
Good Lord.
Wow, that's amazing. What sound?
Being monitored closely by scientists at all the radiation detection stations. At this hour, they report the level of the mysterious radiation continues to increase steadily. So long as this situation remains, government spokesman warned that dead bodies will continue to be transformed into the flesh-eating ghouls.
We have to hope the zombies don't go to 1515 Parkway Place, where my wife, whom I hate, is staying. Once again, zombies don't go.
News cameras have just returned from covering such a search and destroy operation against the ghouls. This one conducted by Sheriff Conan McClellan in Butler County, Pennsylvania. So now let's go to that film report. All law enforcement agencies and the military.
Yes, as you can see, they moving real slow, real slow. Hey, rednecks.
Survival Command Center at the Pentagon has disclosed that a ghoul.
That's who's going to get it done.
Oh, there you go. Called it a ghoul.
Officials are quoted as explaining that since the brain of a ghoul has been activated by the radiation, the plan is kill the brain and you kill.
You ever see a lot of ghoul movies, do you?
No.
No, not really.
No, we're all right.
Just the ones where they get the ghoul at the end.
Waha. I'm trying to think like. You got what? Say maybe ghoulies?
Ghouls and Dolls. That's that. That's the musical. That's what I was right. That's that. They 11 Dead, the musical. Ghouls and Dolls.
Very nice.
Perfect. Absolutely perfect.
God,
Is that
please
the
start
mayor?
working on it straight away. That's a hell of a bullet bill.
Yeah, okay. Chief, if I were surrounded by 6 or 8 of these things, would I stand a chance with them?
Well, there's no problem. If you had a gun, shoot him in the head. That's a sure way to kill him. Don't get yourself a club or a torch.
Yes, sir. That is the NRA president.
McClellan, how long do you think it will take you until you get the situation under control?
Well, that's pretty hard to say. We don't know how many of them there are. We know when we find them, we can kill them.
Are they slow moving, Chief?
Yeah, they're dead. They're all messed up.
Well,
Good 5-10 minutes.
That's brilliant. I'd totally forgotten that scene.
We don't really know. We know we'll be into it most of the night, probably into the early morning. We're working our way toward Willard, and we'll team up with the National Guard over there, and then we'll be able to give a more definite view.
Thank you very much, Chief McClellan. This is Bill Cardell, WIC.
Did
Thank you, Bill, for that report. Official spokesman declined to speculate just how long it may take.
We're having a great time down here. Bring the kids. We've got popcorn. It's kind of like whack-a-mole.
Is the fuse box in the cellar?
I don't know.
Yeah, you can't go down to the cellar for the fuse box because that's mine, remember?
He's just thinking I should just stay down there.
Have to get that gun.
Haven't you had enough?
The cellar will be way more safe with a gun.
Out of that guy. Take a look out that window.
About time.
That poor chair. I just can't get over it.
Yep.
M. Night Shyamalan's house, and they're there to let him know his career's over. What a twist. Yeah, the colorized version was terrible because you'd have color in the regular, but the shadows were still really black.
They were green, weren't they, in the colorized one?
Something like that. Yeah, it was like the high contrast was still there, so it looked really weird. I think I would have tossed him out a long time ago.
Yeah.
Go ahead. Go ahead. You want to stay up here now? Helen, get the cellar. Get the cellar now. Move!
We're gonna dig for gold later.
Rah.
He was right. It would have been safer in the cellar.
Yep. Listen to the crazy guy.
What has that lady done this whole time?
What, Barbara?
Yeah.
Jack shit.
Yeah.
Apart from reading doilies.
Why did they nail her to the wall to like reinforce the window? This, like Oscar award scene should be flashing right now. They don't seem so dangerous.
Is it? Barbara's coming into her own.
Sounds like it seems like those old Incredible Hulk TV shows where the worst thing that would happen is he'd like throw you 10 feet. Chuck Norris could sort this out.
Yeah.
Wait a minute, this is Pet Cemetery. She exposed her deepest fear. We thought it was a secret. She's scared to death of trowels. Powerless against them. This is what it's like to be on Twitter.
Oh, there you go.
That must have been a shocker in the movie theater.
Yeah.
Kind of equivalent to that scene in Shaun of the Dead where the Irish guy got ripped apart.
Oh, Dylan Moran.
Yeah.
This must have been a big drive-in hit, though.
Oh yeah.
Mm.
He'll be fine. She doesn't have any trowels up there. This is like what it's like in the housing market right now when someone says they got an open house.
Did you go to the drive-in much, Stato?
No, we had one. We used to have one about 15, 20 miles away, but I don't think it's been used in years and years. They'd have to mow out that field and fix up the screen, I think.
I was at it once, driving. Saw Popeye.
Oh yeah? How'd that work for you? You like it?
Yeah, but you know, it's quite hard to understand in Popeye at the best of times. So through one of those drive-in speakers, I didn't have a clue what he was saying.
Huh. He's like, oh baby, I'm gonna enjoy this.
Guess to shoot him twice.
He really didn't like him.
Beginning to think to himself, maybe if he just come down to the cellar.
Wah. I like that better than that scene in the Dawn of the Dead remake when the baby was born and he's like, that's my baby.
What, the remake Dawn of the Dead?
Yeah.
Yeah, Zack Snyder did it.
Nah, it never happened.
It had pipe zombies.
Never happened. Don't believe you.
Oh, I thought that was somebody with a walker or something like that. I'm like, nice. This is when Tom Cruise, Top Gun, should come and save the day. And just, there he is. No, that's Huey Lewis. Maybe a great twist ending is if they discovered the stuff there. We survived the zombies, and we found this great marshmallow stuff coming up from the ground.
Yeah, it was tasty.
Oh man, I haven't seen that movie in years. That's one I need to rewatch soon.
Hey Vince, Al, you want to get about 4 or 5 men and a couple dogs? There's a house over here behind those trees. We want to go check it out.
You stay here, Bill.
Yeah, Chief, we're going to stay with it till we meet up with the National Guard.
Where'd you get the coffee?
One of the volunteers, you're doing all the work, you take.
Thank you. We should be wrapped up here about 3 or 4 more hours. We'll probably get into Willard then. I guess you can go over there and meet the National Guard. Nick, you and the rest of these men want to come with me?
Hot dang, the population sign on this town's going to look like a rollback odometer.
Everything appears to be under control.
Might as well have Vanna White out there turning these numbers. If we had William Marshall in here, he'd be the only intelligent one. He'd be like, I am Zomblack. It'd been great if he would have played Blackenstein too. Gone for the Lon Chaney of the exploitative.
You could have done a crossover where they use a split screen so he could play both parts at the same time.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, that'd been great.
Somebody had a cookout here, Vince.
Yeah, sure looks like it, Tom.
So do we believe George Romero when he says that they weren't going for some kind of social commentary with us?
He says they weren't?
Yeah, he says they weren't.
I don't believe it.
The character was written without any kind of...
He didn't change his mind like halfway through, like, oh, no, totally, we were. As soon as it
No, he's always said that in his mind that was never what they wrote it as. It's just because it was a black actor that was cast in the lead role that it kind of came out that way. But
yeah.
You want to get out in that field and build me a bonfire?
Well, George Lucas was like, I wrote everything before I actually started 4. So really,
yeah.
Yeah.
I'll believe George Romero before I believe George Lucas.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
There's something there. I heard a noise.
I don't know. I can believe him because he's a lot more heavy-handed with the social commentary than other films.
No, yeah.
Oh yeah, that'll do it.
Good shot. Okay, he's dead. Let's go get him. That's another one.
These guys are great.
Great job. He's dead.
They're great.
I kind of like the way the remake handled it better. Small town folks get it done. That's what I took away from this movie.
When in doubt, send the rednecks out.
Those city folk, they just getting killed left and right. Kind of reminds me of like what they did with the Texas Chainsaw Massacre remake.
Which one?
The what, 2005, 2003, something like that.
Oh yeah, with Jessica Biel.
Yeah, where they kind of bookended it.
One,
where they bookended it with like news reels about what was going on. The one that kicked off all the remakes from Platinum Dunes.
Yeah.
Wow. That was a nice trip down memory lane. I don't think George Romero had another hit after the Dawn trilogy, did he? Was The Crazies a hit?
Nope. Try
because none of his like Necropolis, none of that stuff he did. Survival of the Dead, none of that stuff he did really did anything.
No,
Creepshow.
I was about to say Creep.
Oh, did he do Creepshow? That's right. That's right.
Yeah, he did Creepshow and Creepshow 2 with Stephen King.
Did he do? He directed all of that.
He directed all of Creepshow. He didn't
Okay.
direct any of the second one. He was just a
Okay,
producer
so-
on that.
Yeah.
All right, so that one counts.
So I'm trying to think. So Knight Riders was brilliant, even though I doubt it was much of a success.
Don't forget
Dark
Martin.
Half. Dark Half
Oh,
was the
love
was
that
good,
movie.
but I don't know if it was a big success again.
No.
I don't know
No,
if
it
it's
wasn't.
films.
No, it wasn't. It was like it didn't do well in the States. So when the Dark Half came over here, it went straight to video.
So his pretty much his whole career has been lifted up just by a decent cult following.
Yeah, but
Yeah,
he makes
pretty
these odd
much.
films because his monkey shines as well. So he makes films that are kind of
Oh yeah.
you're like nobody else is going to make this film.
I don't think he ever really cared about
No,
like,
no.
oh, I want to be big, famous, make the monies and all that.
I'm just
I think
trying
he
to-
was just like, I want to make a movie.
Tales
I
from the
don't
Dark
think he
Side is
ever-
probably the most successful thing.
Yeah. Is that the most
Mhm.
expensive? What's the most expensive one? Did you Don? No. He didn't do
Don't
very
know.
many any big budgets, did he?
Because they kept getting cut, didn't they? The budgets would kept getting cut off.
Mm.
I'm going to go. Hang on a minute. Over here. Get his filmography up.
Interesting. I never really thought about it much before because I'd seen a lot of his movies. I was just used to him being like really low budget style director, but
Yeah.
I would have thought, hey, maybe he ventured out, got something a little bit more expensive, but I don't know that he ever did.
There was a movie that he made in 2000. I think it was called Bruiser.
Yep. I've
Mm.
not seen that.
Oh, I saw it. Oh, back in about 2008, 2009.
Hmm.
God's sake, where's the
So I wouldn't be able to
Wikipedia?
tell you much about it.
Wikipedia's crap. I'll go to the Internet Movie Database, have a look.
Yeah.
So, I think Night of the Living Dead remake probably made more from that. That probably did quite well.
I don't know that it did because I think they were expecting it to make a ton of money and it just kind of didn't.
Did it not? Mm.
No, he didn't direct that either.
Again,
He wrote it and produced it.
yep. Two Evil Eyes. I don't think that did big
No.
business either. But yeah, I don't know. Maybe it did in Europe, but no.
Possible.
No, it seems to be that it's all his films are like,
Mhm.
yeah, there's weirdos.
Well, they
like
can't
us
all be
there.
Knight Riders.
Knight Riders is brilliant.
Is it though?
Oh, it is.
No.
It's so good.
Never seen it, so I can't judge.
Oh, you can judge a little bit.
Yeah, Land probably was the biggest.
Yeah.
Definitely wasn't Survival.
Oh no.
Although Survival has that moment where they throw somebody through the wall when actually it's like a Looney Tunes
It's
shape of a
possible that
person.
box art costs more than that movie.
Yeah.
Yeah, pretty much.
Bruiser. No, I've not seen Bruiser. So yeah, that looks interesting.
O.J. Simpson. He directed the documentary O.J. Simpson Juice on the Loose.
That was
It sounds like a
cl-
comedy.
That was a classy one, wasn't it? A classy version of the OJ. Juice on the Loose. Oh, it's a documentary.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
Wow.
Wow.
Well, that was Night of the Living Dead.
Yeah.
It was.
That was
1932.
enjoyed that. Actually, I was enjoying watching it. Forgotten how funny all the rednecks were. They're a hoot.
They're brilliant.
They should have had their own spin-off sitcom or something.
You know, I thought they changed the end. Oh no, I was gonna say I thought they changed the ending for the remake, but the only thing they did was not make Barbara useless.
Yeah, that was it.
Hmm.
Who's Barbara?
and-
Not
and-
Barbara.
And Tony Todd he turned into a zombie at the end. But past that.
Juice on the Loose for the next one. You know what? I'm going to
Wow.
find it. If I can find a copy, I'll upload it as an unlisted video and see if it gets a copyright kind of claim
Yeah.
to it. If it doesn't, then yeah, we could do Juice
Then
on the
we're on.
Loose.
Then we're on. I'm game for this.
That's like, and we go off to a complete tangent where we just do films with murderers in them. Allegedly.
Oh, we'll be talking about, what's his face? Robert. What's that?
Oh, yeah. What's his name? Oh,
Vaughn?
aye. What's
Robert Vaughn?
No,
No.
not Robert Vaughn.
No, not Robert Vaughn. I'm trying to think of.
Actually, we need to watch what we're saying here.
No.
Because I've just thought of another Robert.
No, I'm trying to think of his name. Wait, I know what he was in. Beretta.
Beretta, yeah. Oh, who was that again? Because was it Beretta?
Yeah, it was Beretta. Robert Blake.
Robert Conrad.
Robert Blake was the one that allegedly killed his wife.
Conrad, what are we talking about? Yeah, Robert Blake. He was in it.
It's that movie he was in where he was like weird looking dude, like an art guy. It was like a horror movie, wasn't it?
Yeah, I'm trying to find it. He was in a lot of things that.
Whoa, now that's gonna bother me.
Helltown.
Yep.
Oh, it was Electric Light and Blue. That's probably his best movie. Yeah. Coming soon, yeah. The Murder Files on Team Dark. Barry. Was it a Barry as well? Probably was a Barry as well. Did anybody watch the Oscars?
No.
Oh, shoot. I missed it again.
All right. Fair enough.
Oh, Lost Highway. That's the one I was thinking where he's kind of a
Lost
weird,
Highway.
creepy dude.
Great movie.
Yeah.
He was also in The Return of Rin Tin Tin and The Treasure of the Sierra Madre. Must have been like a kid in that. I'd actually seen some of the films that were up this year.
Really?
Yeah, because I'd seen The Banshees of Inisherin.
Good movie, yep.
Which was great. Should have won. I'd seen Something Everywhere, whatever it is.
Everything All at Once or whatever.
All at Once. Yep.
Yeah.
Which was about half an hour too long.
Mm-hmm.
But it was okay. I quite enjoyed it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So, yeah, I've actually seen two of the movies.
I think Banshee was the only one I saw.
That's the best.
Highlander didn't make it up again this year.
No.
Keep on waiting for the nom.
Yep. It should happen.
New York Ripper didn't make it either.
No, it didn't.
Every
is
year.
that still on Tubi?
Probably. Who else would take it?
The chap from Vanishing Point.
That we know of.
Disgusting. Vanishing Point. Okay. I'm just going to go down this rabbit hole of actors
Why not?
that became murderers. So
There must be quite a few.
Barry Newman. Barry Newman didn't kill anyone, did he? Was he not Petrocelli?
So.
Yeah, he was Petrocelli. Petrocelli wouldn't kill anybody. Would he? Nah, according to Wikipedia, he didn't kill anybody, Pete. So,
Yeah. Wikipedia says so. It's fact.
yeah. No. No. Whew. That's good.
You were getting worried for a second.
I was getting worried because I'm looking forward to having a Petrocelli kind of marathon at some point and watch them all. I like Petrocelli. not enough TV shows about lawyers that build their own houses in the desert.
Hi. Sign me up. Where's the full series?
Like Pete and Cocaine Bear have been sharing the same substances, getting Brett and Petrocelli mixed up.
Wow.
Yeah. Shocking. Right. Anyhow, so that was Night of the Living Dead, as watched by Team Dark and Pete and Cap in the chat.
Yeah.
A nice cozy little watch along. Some other people popped in every now and then, but at the very start, and then later on, but they kept quiet whenever they popped in. Seemingly 9,000 people have watched it on Twitter. So.
Oh right! Wow, that's pretty impressive.
Yeah,
pretty
I'm lying.
Numbers.
Inflation.
I'm going to have a look. See how many people. Wow, 30 impressions on Twitter. Wow.
Hey, that's something.
And not only that, 1 engagement. Wow.
Ooh, that's all you need.
Easy.
Amazing. And we're still on. Yeah. Okay. That was pretty sad as a kind of like an experiment for Twitter. Right. Okay. So let's see. What are we all up to? You will see me and Stato next week as we talk about the Canon classic Over the Top. Right?
Nice.
Unlike this, we actually need to do our homework and we'll
perhaps the best arm wrestling movie that has a trucker in it trying to save his family ever made.
Totally. And Not My Monkeys wasn't here tonight, but he better be here next week because he's the only one that knows anything about arm wrestling. Because he actually does know about arm wrestling. So hopefully
I want to see the remake where they do those slap fights.
Don't tempt fate, Stato. Please don't.
No.
Because it will happen now.
It will.
Yeah, man. Come on, Dad, over the top.
The musical version of Over the Top would work. Think about it.
You start slapping together, like
singing to each other like that,
It's like Stomp the Yard combined with, yeah.
Cheers! You're too kind, Pete. But yeah, that was fun watching that.
Thank you.
Could have done a bit of Bela Lugosi halfway through, but
Got 1-8 for everything.
But yeah, we're doing so next week. That's next week because we're not doing every fortnight because I wasn't well last week. So next week, me and Stato at the movies. And then the week after, or 2 weeks after, because Lucifer Storm has demanded that we talk about it. We will do that on the horror show. We're going to be talking about Tales That Witness Madness. And Stato, you can pop in and join us on that because we talked about that a little bit 10 years ago.
Yeah, we go way back.
Yeah, but the first half an hour of that stream, you might want to stay hidden because me and Lucifer Storm are going to be talking about. What is it lying about? No, it's not. A video nasty called Zombie Creeping Flesh.
Nasty.
Yeah.
Oh, it's been a while since we talked about a video nasty.
Or Virus to give it its other name.
Yeah.
So I've recently got a hold of it on Blu-ray, and I'm going to give it a thorough watch for all the extras and everything. So we'll talk about that. We'll do that, and then I'll capitalize on it by editing it down to another video nasty, and we'll start getting those back out there.
Oh, damn straight! It's been too long.
Yeah. So that's us then. That's the schedule for the next few weeks. And yeah, Pete, I'll need to rewatch Tales as well. I really like that movie. I think Tales That Witness Madness is just so weird, and strange, and enjoyable. And I didn't even realize until recently that people didn't like it.
Really?
Yeah, I was looking up, and there's people that don't like it. Yeah.
Oh, well, we don't need to worry about them. They can go somewhere else. We'll have a great time with it.
We will, but I may kind of look up some of the reviews, and we'll talk about them when we talk about the movie. Yeah, so that's us for the next few weeks. And if anybody's watching this and they're around tomorrow. Click on the link below, join Emily Booth's Patreon, and become a patron. Is that right? You become a patron if you join Patreon?
Yes.
Yeah,
Yes, I believe that is.
and join us for the Per Varela Watch Along, Chat Along.
Nice.
Should be fun. So, yep. Thanks for joining us, everybody.
Thank you.
Pete, indeed. Stay safe and stay dark. And we shall see you all over the next few weeks. And I've lost my way inside StreamYard.
Good night, everybody.
Stattle, help me. What am I looking
What do you
for?
want?
Where is it? There you go. I've got it.
You need that thing.
Good night, everybody.
See ya.
You have seen this incident based on sworn testimony. Can you prove that it didn't happen? Perhaps on your way home, someone will pass you in the dark, and you will never know it, for they will be from outer space. Many scientists believe that another world is watching us this moment. We once laughed at the horseless carriage, the airplane, the telephone, the electric light, vitamins, radio, and even television. And now some of us laugh at outer space. God help us